Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisor Channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you from Westlake Village, California. It's bright, it's early, it is Wednesday morning before the FOMC meeting. And we're going to talk about a couple of good things. One, what to expect with Bitcoin price action going into this event. Two, we're going to talk about the trade setup for the day. And three, we're going to talk about how to join the Discord and cryptcourses.com, where you can learn how to trade crypto for free for 30 days. Okay, just head on over to the links in the description below if you have any interest in that. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video, and I'll jump right into it. So as we mentioned, as Bitcoin came into this green 55 on declining volatility, we were looking for a bounce yesterday. I think the bounce did get faded here as we were coming up to about 103. The important thing is, though, is that we held above 100,000 on low volatility. So when we get expansion of volatility, and you can see this regression line, this trend line on the stochastic, right? If we do not cross back up here, which we will cross back up today above 106,704, then, well, very likely the expansion, when expansion happens, we get the next move to the downside. You can see this last expansive move gave us a 14% drop. Okay, and then notice how when volatility begins to decline, I'll get rid of some of these other indicators so it's a little bit easier to see. This is the BBWP. It is the Bollinger Band with percentile. It is measuring the width of the Bollinger Bands, which, if you don't know what those are, let's take a look here. The Bollinger Bands, very, very famous indicator here. Boom. There's the Bollinger Bands, and that measures the volatility. And essentially, when these bands begin to squeeze closer together, that tells us, okay, a big move is coming. So where are the Bollinger Bands? Well, they're beginning to squeeze, but they have not, they're not very tight yet. So essentially what we want to see is tightness for a longer period of time. That gets us the next move. I think the BBWP is a bit easier way to take a look at the volatility. So volatility increases, you expect the price to go in the direction of the stochastic, right? That is our momentum indicator. And then what happens after you get the move? So as volatility was expanding here, you could see the price went down, okay? Volatility expanded, price went down. Then as volatility goes back down, you get what's called the mean reversion, where price goes in the opposite direction of the move. And vice versa. Now volatility is beginning to expand. We got another little move down and a decline, a little move up. And now we're getting that consolidation, right? The consolidation before the next big move. And you can see volatility is almost on the floor. Now I can stay here for a couple more days, but assuming that Jerome Powell comes out today and does the happy dance and gives everybody a rate cut, which Trump was talking about, I actually don't think it's going to happen today. Maybe at the next Fed meeting, but not today. Federal interest rate decision, 4.5% in 4 hours and 28 minutes. It is 6:30. Oh, so we're in for the market open. We might as well take a look at what's going on the market open here and pop in over there at Mr. NASDAQ. But maybe I should not do that on camera. NDQ 1 exclamation. Just for kicks, let's see what NASDAQ's doing on the short-term time frames. It's amazing. People would like to trade this on the 1 minute time frame. Market just opened, right? So we're basing off that white 200 simple, and what happens, after you reclaim it. This is the first, I'd consider that the first second test right there. I want to take a look at some of my other indicators here. So much different look on the futures. That was just the regular market. So the market is popping up here. And S&P is popping up as well on the very, very short-term time frame. So nothing to write home about there. But notice that the Dow Jones did make a full recovery, almost making new all-time highs. The Dow being the most bullish of them all. I wonder if that's because Trump supports the smaller businesses. I wonder if that's why the Dow's picked up quite a bit. I'm not a stock guy, so don't ask me there. We do want to see the dollar start to flip around here. And to me, well, as you can see, declining volatility coming into that green 55 is resulting in a bit of a bounce. So far, so good. Let's take a look at the bond market. See what the bonds are pricing in right now. If I have it on this chart. Where are my bonds at? The 2-year, the 10-year, and the 30. There we go. 2 years at 4.19. Looking a little droopy there. That's good. We want interest rates to go down. 4.5 for the 10-year. TLT coming in at 88. That's the 20-year iShares Trust big boy chart. Looks like a head and shoulders to me. Looks like an inverse head and shoulders here. Here's your left shoulder. Here's the head. Right shoulder. Let's see if it can be drawn out a little bit better with this little tool here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. Let's try again. Okay, I'm just going to remove. Oh, geez. Let's try again. New little tool I have here. Boom, boom. Call that the left. There's the head. Boom. Boom. Where does the invalidation come? We don't want to see any closures below this right shoulder. As long as that stays valid, this would be the break of the neckline. Coming back for a little retest on the left or the right shoulder. And where would you get your measure move? Well, you take your neckline, essentially. And that would put the 2-year back up here at 1. And I would say that would be bearish for the market. So what we want this to do is to roll on over and interest rates to go down, right? That would spur the economy. Anything can happen at the moment. Bitcoin dominance taking a strong leg up, popping back into our triangle. Everybody, talking about Bitcoin dominance kind of ruining alt season, which I don't think is the case as well. The ETH Bitcoin chart still getting destroyed here, absolutely destroyed. So, our 2 of our metrics for an alt season have not, really fired off. And that is, we want to see ETH Bitcoin making higher highs and higher lows on the daily time frame at a very minimum. To me, volatility is increasing as we're breaking the range to the downside. It does look like ETH Bitcoin is doing the full retrace. This isn't the right chart, but Ethereum is about to be on the receiving end of a very, very girthy red candle. Probably not what you want to feel if you're an ETH holder. But that's okay. I think ETH will have its day in the sunshine again. And like Warren Buffett says, buy the dip. Buy the dip. All right. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Gold popping its ugly head up here, breaking out of this pennant. Where's the measure move on gold? From this little flying pennant. Bang, 2,900. Could you imagine gold at 3,000? Yes. Well, we were talking about gold hitting 3,000 way, way long time ago. And, well, it was simply a measure move off the cup and handle. Cup and handle. Time to cup your handle. Here we go. Where's the cup and handle? Boom. There's the cup. There's your handle. Why do they call it a cup and handle? I don't know. It looks like a little teapot. It has a cup and a handle. But essentially, where would this measure move take us? All the way up to about 3,500 bucks. Gosh, that's sloppy. I think we could do a little better than that. Let's see. It is not the effort. I'm sorry. It is not the, perfectedness of this. There's a great old saying in TA, close enough is close enough, right? So get the breakout move. 3,500 is a nice round number. 3,000, 2,950 is a nice round number. Volatility increasing here, and we're back in the bullish control zone for gold. So this could easily get kicked out here, and you'd see a nasty drive of bearish divergence if this does confirm as a local high. On the daily time frame, RSI is reapproaching the bullish control zone on declining volatility. So if this move's going to have legs, we want to see volatility kick back up and a cross back to the upside. Okay, looks like the deal of the day. All right, let's talk about where we're going to talk about first. As we talked about NASDAQ, Bitcoin, gold. I guess the overall assumption here with Bitcoin on the shorter time frames, doesn't look like I'm getting much from the daily, but that is a bit of a bearish engulfing candle on the 15-minute time frame. Not exactly what I wanted to see, not exactly what I wanted to see personally, but hey, for you bears out there, that'll be good. And what are we talking about? Well, I got about 2 more minutes left here to get through all this information, so I'm going to try and make it quick and fast. But essentially, going into the Fed meeting, if you see a downside move, right? Well, going out of the meeting, right? You should see an upside move. So maybe we ping that liquidity right there, boom, high or low, and then come back to the upside. That's probably something to be aware of. Now, if the opposite happens and we get, and this is what the outline we were looking at yesterday, saying, hey, if we put in a lower high, which to be fair, that was fairly, we're expecting it to come up a little bit higher for XRP, and as XRP did take out these highs, Bitcoin did not. So XRP kind of leading the market right now, but it is spilling on over as we speak, and some volatility is coming in here. Volatility is coming in. So essentially what happens is we get the interest rate decision here, and it's more, the reaction after that matters versus the expectation. So the expectation is flat. That they keep rates the same. So if they cut, that'd be bullish. You'd expect prices to continue onwards and upwards. If they keep rates the same, that's in line with expectations. I would say that's more bullish. And if they raise rates, which it would be totally unforeseen, actually, if they don't lower rates, I'd say it's going to be more bearish. But how does it normally work going into FOMC? I would not recommend trading that session, but if it goes down, then we're going to expect up. If we go up, lower high, down. And I do imagine that we play out a little bit more time in this triangle here, the triangle of death and despair, and just bore people out of this market a little bit longer. That's what I would expect. On the other side of the market, let's take a look at total. This is all the cryptos. Total $3.3 trillion up in the crypto market. Looks like a Bitcoin chart to me. Not getting anything substantial here. Is the fixed range volume profile a thing on this? Yep. And essentially, you know, buying down here, selling up here has been the trade of the week. All right, let's get into those trade setups that I was talking about right here. The trade of the day. I'm sorry, we're going to go over this first. So if you do join the Discord, you'll get free access to some of the live trade setups. Here you can see what a failure looks like, right? Here was a successful trade. Shout out to Meta Signals on this one here. Shout out to Meta Signals. Incorporate this as you need into your trading. But anyways, it gives you the exact entry point, stop loss, take profit 1 and 2 was hit. And I will tell you this, that take profit 1 and 2 are, I think take profit 1's about a 70% hit rate. Take profit 2 is about a like 50% hit rate, and take profit 3 is usually about 30%. Anyways, that was a beautiful trade setup there, and you can see this one did in fact hit take profit 1, 2, and 3. This was given on a 6-hour time frame, I believe. No, 45-minute. Those are some of my favorite signals. So very, very much do enjoy those. And you can see signal given, bang, TP3 in a very short period of time for a very nice gainer there. Here's another very, very successful trade back here. This was also given on a 3-hour time frame. So then we got Sui. How did that one do? Also a TP3er. So just to give you an idea on the gains on some of these trade setups, that was a 10% gainer, not bad. GMT hit TP1 and almost got to TP2. TRX, let's see where that one is at. That one hit TP2, and then you would have been stopped out. And then another one on Sui just fired off here, looks like, on the 8-hour time frame. So let's put it on the correct time frame. And this is one of the ones where, you know, on that 8-hour candle, I think it should have been right here. That's, so you would have hit TP1 and almost to TP2 and now stopped out. But this is one of the ones where I do believe you could see it come back. Gosh, Sui is really taking it on the chin here. ASTRO also getting stopped out, but could potentially come back. Now let's talk about the number one trade setup. The trade setup of the day. If I can get over here to my other chart, I would be happy to show you, because it has to do with our good old friend, Pepe the Frog. Make sure you do hit the like button, guys, if you enjoy some of the content. Again, if you want to get a free subscription to all of Crypto Course's material, just type your email in the comments below, and we will contact you with that subscription. Why does Pepe look like the trade of the day to me? Well, it's very, very much so because of this. We're coming in right into the golden pocket here. Perfectly into the golden pocket. Boom. Interesting. Interesting, sir. So we got a little bit more down to go, perhaps, but we're right in the golden pocket. We're right in the zone. We're right in the area where potential bounces do come from. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Don't take this trade. All right? But if you were going to take a look at something like this, right? You know, close enough is close enough. And I'd probably wait for after FOMC to see what happens here. Or more importantly, on the hourly time frame, I want to see an hourly reversal first, right? So zooming it out on the hourly, probably takes one more swipe down. Hourly probably takes one more swipe down. Even though it looks like Bitcoin is gearing up for a move to the upside. Here's what I would be looking for. From the high to the low of this range, we're right in the area of peace and prosperity and death and despair. Above the box good, below the box bad. And how would you confirm this as a trend reversal? I would want to see an hourly closure back above the white 200 simple and a higher low. If we can do that, I would say I'd be ready to get long. On the other side of the fence, if you want to be a little more aggressive in this trade, you would be looking for something like this. Boom. Higher low, that would be the most aggressive entry. And then confirmation closure above the middle of this wick would be your W reversal. And potentially a run back here. More conservative entry right there. Boom. Targeting move all the way up to the 236 with a stop along the way, right? Probably a stop along the way. Several good trades potentially on this chart. This would be the trade setup of the day to be, well, keeping eyes watched for. Eyes watched for. You could see this happen, you know, this is just like a triangle that potentially Bitcoin is in. Oh, took me out of the ball game right there. Oh, all right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you have a blessed and highly favored rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.